Good morning, everyone, on this beautiful day, May 17th. And I would love to go live, but unfortunately, my phone does not allow that because it's an older phone. And frankly, I have no space to download the app because you have to download an app. You have to download an app for everything these days. Anyway, I wanted to share with you some things that are on my heart today. It's been a struggle and it's been a rough couple weeks, the last couple weeks, a lot of things going on personally and with family members and people that I'm just generally close to. So I woke up this morning and I had an incident that happened, and it seems like God likes to teach me and bring things to my remembrance through occurrences that happen in life, and I'm sure that you'll find that to be the case too. But anyway, I ended up getting this tiny little splinter here. I got half of it out and started thinking about how annoying such a small thing can be. And small things can be very annoying if we let them, because it's like one of those things that you know it's there and you see it, but you can't do anything about it. You can't get to it because it's there, and it's just irritating because it's just that little tiny irritation, And we can let these little irritations really get the best of us. But I'm going to share with you a couple scriptures, and the first one is from Matthew. And I'm reading this from the Message Bible because I really liked the way that it puts this. And if you want to look this up on your own later, the focus is on Matthew 7, 3-5. It says this: "Don't pick on people, jump on their failures, criticize their faults, unless, of course, you want the same treatment. That critical spirit has a way of boomeranging. It's easy to see a smudge on your neighbor's face and be oblivious to the ugly sneer on your own. Do you have the nerve to say, 'Let me wash your face for you,' when your own face is distorted by contempt? Is this whole traveling road show mentality all over again, playing a holier-than-thou part instead of just living your part? Wipe that ugly sneer off your own face, and you might be fit to offer a washcloth to your neighbor." Now, I looked up, I was looking through my Strong's Dictionary Bible words to look to see where the word, which this doesn't say any of these words, but in the other translations of the Bible, you may hear the saying, don't take the speck out of your brother's eye until you take the one out of your own. And there's a couple different variations. So the variations of this word, which come from the Greek word for beam, which has a couple meanings, but in this case is dokos. I think I'm saying that right. And other words for that would be plank, or splinter, or speck, or sawdust. And the King James even said mote. Can't imagine a mote in somebody's eye. That's kind of impossible to imagine. But the point is that we need to focus on our own shortcomings and the changes that we need to make, and not focus on other people's problems and looking at them saying, "Hey, you got this thing in your eye there, let me help you get it out." Because usually we need to take care of something else first. So it breaks down to this. Number one, first you need to take the plank or the speck, sawdust, whatever you want to call it, out of your own eye. Okay, so then, two, you can see clearly. And three, once you see clearly, you can lovingly take the speck from someone else's eye. You will hurt the other person if you try to do this and you are not seeing clearly yourself. And then I'm just going to read from Galatians 6:1. Get there quick enough. "Brothers, if someone is caught in a sin, you who are spiritual should restore him gently. But watch yourself, or you may also be tempted. Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. If anyone thinks he is something when he is nothing, he deceives himself. Each one should test his own actions, and he can take pride in himself without comparing himself to somebody else. For each one should carry his own load." And that's 1-5. All right. And Matthew 6:12. It says, forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And sometimes when we've been hurt, it's really hard to forgive people because, we're hurt. We're hurting. But we need to forgive others so God can forgive us. Because he says, if you don't forgive others, how can I forgive you? And Psalm 94:1, O Lord, the God who avenges, O God who avenges, shine forth. And 2 says, rise up, O judge of the earth, and pay back to the proud what they deserve. So God will avenge us. We don't have to try to do that ourselves. He's got our back. He's got our front. He's got our sides. He's all around us. He says, I'm your protector. I've got you. So we need to ask ourselves a couple questions if we're in a situation. Have I helped set the stage for this? And then spend some quiet time with God, which is what I always try to do. And sometimes I don't as quick as I need to. Ask him to show you your part. And if I have been involved, or what is my play in this situation or problem. We also need to stay balanced. Very easy to get out of balance. Boundaries, very important. I've never used boundaries. I went to Celebrate Recovery. They talked about boundaries. Boundaries are important because otherwise you end up being a doormat for everybody. And God doesn't want us to be a doormat. Don't blame yourself for everything. That's a big one for me because I grew up with a shame-based nature. Oops. Come on. Get out of here, cat. And it's easy to be stuck in a trap of blame yourself when you have no self-confidence and you feel like you're, Satan likes to attack you. And that's one of the little small things that he likes to attack me with is blame and shame. And I recently was delivered from feeling, the oppression of I can't speak, shame, guilt, and blame. And, Satan's going to attack us when we get breakthroughs. And I've been really severely attacked because I know God's trying to grow me. And I'm letting him grow me because, you know what? Without him, I'm nothing. So keep in mind today these words, and I pray that you